making money with Google Photos. But you should know that Google does not allow exact duplicates. I mean, if you upload a photo today and then you forget tomorrow that you already uploaded it, and you upload the same photo, it won't work. You know, you cannot have exact duplicates. But if you make an edit and do a save as, or there's all sorts of reasons that you have similar photos, some of which that you really can't tell that it's not a duplicate. There's nothing automatic to do about that. You have to manually find and eliminate them, or just ignore them. That's what I do.
She ignores me too all the time.
Chris Brzezinski, go ahead.
Yes, I've had the Spin 713 or whatever it is for 4 months now, or 5 months. And I can say it's everything it's cracked up to be, but I was warned ahead of time that the volume level, when you turn the volume all the way up, if you have any weak show coming in of any kind, it does not get as high a volume as with the amplifier as all the rest of the Chromebooks that I have, and I have several of them. So you need to know that going in, that you need to either use a Bluetooth if the volume coming into your machine is weak, or have some other way. That's the only failing of that machine that I have found. That's it. Thanks.
Chris, I see you're sitting in the driver's seat of your motorhome. Please tell me you're not driving, number one. And number two, where are you?
No.
And where are you, Chris?
I am sitting in Greensboro, North Carolina, parked at a pool hookup site, which I made next to our daughter's house. We'll be here for about a month, and then we move up to New York State and then to Maine.
All right, drive safely now. Murray, go ahead. Murray, you're muted.
Yeah, I see that. Sorry, I'll lower my hand too. But anyway, back to Google Photos. I really want to thank Chris for the presentation last week, because it got me going, and I have uploaded thousands of photos to Google Photos now. And I, of course, would have been interested in that duplicate thing. I think Picasa had a feature to look for duplicates, and you could delete them, but they didn't carry that over into Google Photos. But the biggest hint that you gave us last time, which I did not realize, was that you could I can upload my videos to it as well. And I'm quite amazed. It takes a long, like I have about an hour and a half video that was converted from 16 millimeter movie film, that going back from 1943 up until it got to be, a film got to be $64 for 4 minutes of filming, and I couldn't afford it anymore. But I've got an awful lot of, it was about, as I said, about an hour and a half long. And I was really surprised how good it looks after it's been uploaded, that I could upload it in a free account in the first place, something so big. And so anyway, I want to thank you so much for all of the hints that you gave, that and for the inspiration to get me cracking, to get all my photos up there that I can find. I probably won't find all of the ones I have. And I know I've uploaded duplicates because I'm uploading them from different computers, but like I think you said, I'm just ignoring them, at least for now. But thank you so much for that.
I'm patting her on the back for you, okay?
Thank you very much, because I really appreciate it.
Just do check. I mean, if your intent was for all those to be taking up zero space, make sure to.
Yeah, I haven't increased my space usage yet.
Okay.
Because I'm doing it under high quality, and that's what amazed me. And the other thing that amazes me is that I'm assuming that what happens is, for example, I have some where there's the raw data and the JPEG, and it seems to convert TIFF into JPEG, I guess. And also the raw data, like there was one folder that I had that had no JPEG photos in it, but upload them, they're all there. And I'm assuming they're all JPEG once they get up there, but I'm amazed that it can take all those other formats and convert them to whatever it needs to do to still keep me under my space.
All right, Ann has her hand up.
And go ahead.
Just a question. This is my first time, and I understand that you had done a program on Apple Watch, and I wondered if anybody remembered what date that was. I was trying to find it on YouTube.
We
Oh,
will
I've done
be
a
able
lot
to,
of I've done a lot of programs on the Apple Watch. And just
we'll have an answer for that in the program.
Okay, thank you. Or if you
And
want
how
to put
you
it in
can-
the chat,
and-
yeah,
that'd be
we'll
great.
let you.
And how
We'll
you
show
can
you how
find
to
us.
do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to do, I think maybe next week, I'm going to do a video. My video segment's going to be on, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's come out on the watches this last week. It's blown my whole concept of watches away. Like there's big changes that occurred. So I'm really sort of hot seating it on wanting to do a video on it. So I think I might do that for next week. So stay tuned, Ann. Stay tuned for next
Thank
week.
you.
Welcome. Where are you located, Ann?
Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Great, welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Jim Glass.
I just wanted to, speaking of watches, I just got the new Waze.
Wise.
Wise. I'm wise because I got Waze. No, never mind. It's interesting. Their quick start manual is really poor, but the watch is kind of fun. And for $27 in shipping, it's hard to go wrong. It also has a heart monitor and oxygen monitor. You got one too, huh?
Long time ago. I only paid $20 for it. You guys are late to the party.
It was 20 plus $6 shipping.
Yep. I just wish that the little buttons were a little bit bigger for my fat fingers. You know,
Well, there's only one
selecting things
button.
is hard.
There's only one button.
You mean, well, I'm the buttons on the screen.
Oh, on the screen. Yeah, but there's only actually one button. It's not
Yeah,
like
on the
the other
side.
watch. Yeah.
I got a lot of buttons on mine.
Yeah.
George, you're next.
I have a question about YouTube's advertising. Are you guys getting your videos peppered with ads?
Not
And
if you paid the $10, you have no ads.
Yeah, that's my second question. So I have to go to the YouTube Plus or YouTube whatever
Just
YouTube
get
Premium.
premium.
YouTube Premium, and then I don't get all those
I
ads.
have no ads whatsoever.
$10
It's
a month.
wonderful.
Yep. I think I have another month to go on my 3-month trial.
Yeah, I ran out on the trial, and then boy, did
Yep.
I get peppered.
Yep.
Okay.
There's other benefits from having the premium also.
What
And-
are those?
Well, besides the ads, you can also archive videos that you have, and there's a bunch of things you can do with it.
Okay,
Can you
thank
access that archive after your free trial? I mean, if you only do the free trial archive stuff and then don't renew, can you still get access that archive?
Now that I don't know. I've been having the premium one for a couple years now, and I haven't really taken benefit of all of them. But I do maintain a library and all of that. So
Bill, is that $10 a year or a month?
Month.
that's a month.
I could live with the ads for that.
Oh, by the way, let me point out to you, any of you guys using iDrive?
I am.
You can, they've gone up to 5 terabytes for their beginner package.
So
I
Wow.
called it because I had called because I had expired. I needed to, renew my regular iDrive. And I asked them, and they changed me from the 2 terabytes I was paying for up to 5 terabytes for the same cost.
Wow, that's a big chunk.
Yep.
Yeah, they did that for me too, but I had to talk to him and then he had to go ask a supervisor. So they'll play games with you. You don't, you
And
got
how much is it going to cost once that first year is up?
Well, I'm paying $69 for the 5 terabytes now,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
And that's a backup and it does it every night for me.
Yeah, I really like iDrive.
I've got a problem with my backup on iDrive. It says every time it says we couldn't back up all your files. And I noticed I got a message today that says you haven't backed up, your backup has been done for 54 days. Well, it's been doing it every hour, but every time it does it, it comes up with the message. It hasn't backed up some files. So I'm assuming that's why it says that hasn't been done for 54 days.
Do you use Outlook?
No.
Because I notice I have that problem every once in a while. It's saying it couldn't back up 6 files or 12 files or something. And it's always my Outlook PST files. And so I do it again and it does back them up.
Mine doesn't say what files they are. At least I can't find it.
Look at your log.
Okay, I'll try to find out where that is.
Dorothy, you have your hand up? You're muted.
Yes, I was. There's a Dick Vogel on here.
Yes.
Is he from Oklahoma?
Dick, are you from Oklahoma?
I am not from Oklahoma. I'm from Florida.
Okay, well, I used to know one in Oklahoma City. Just curious.
There's more than one.
Obviously.
Apparently so. Sorry.
And I think we're missing our German friends this morning.
Is Detler here? I don't know. He was at Learning Chromebooks.
I didn't see him come in today.
Didn't see him come in? Okay.
I'm just curious. Anybody in Germany? I wonder what time it is over there.
We asked him that. What?
7-hour difference ahead from you, Dorothy.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Because 100 years ago, I lived 3 years in Bremerhaven.
I see you. Watch out.
All right. Well, we have 3 more minutes left. Any quick questions or anyone want to say hello? We've got, we only have 3 minutes and then we'll get the show started.
I was just wondering if the $69 on the iDrive was per year.
Yes.
Okay, and it backs everything up.
Yep.
Okay, because I've been using Carbonite, so. Has anybody found a difference between Carbonite and iDrive if they prefer one over the other?
YouTube? No.
iDrive works a lot better than Carbonite. And Carbonite has a really neat feature that if you have under 1 terabyte to back up, instead of doing it over the internet, they'll send you a hard drive and you make your own backup, then send the hard drive back to iDrive and they'll post it online for you. Put it on the cloud. Saves a tremendous amount of time.
Google Photos, okay.
Donna, you have
your
hand.
Hi. Yeah, I'm wondering about Google Photos. I have everything saved on Safari on the Mac. Is it worth my effort to upload everything to Google Photos, or is that irrelevant?
It's a free backup if you do it between now and the end of this month.
Which is tomorrow.
No,
it's not.
No,
it's only the 24th. You have 1 more week to go.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
If you're
All right.
all in the Apple world, you're fine.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I am. Thank you.
All right, it's we are getting close. We have what, 92 in the in the waiting room. What do you think, Bob? We're getting close.
Yeah, you got 1 minute left.
1 minute, and we've got a bunch of people over on the streaming service, so that's good. We will get going in a second here.
Can I give Chris a plug for her book on Google Photos? I'm really enjoying it.
Yes, and she's got a new one coming out as well. When's the new edition out, Chris?
It'll be available for you to get on Amazon June 1.
June. Oh, really?
Is it a new edition?
It's ready.
Yes, new edition.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Just bought the old edition.
And well, members get it. Members get the PDF also for free. Okay. So
all right,
our
it is
supporters
9
get it for
o'clock.
free.
We are going to start the meeting now. It's 9 o'clock. It's top of the hour. I'm going to mute everybody. We will share our screen, share it for sound. Share that and Tech for Seniors, episode 61. It is May the 24th. May the 24th. It is a holiday in Canada today. I think Memorial Day is next week in the United States. Is that right? So it's one week later. We have congratulations or welcome to everyone today for Tech for Senior. Thank you for coming. Your enthusiasm, of course, is what we thrive on. So it's nice to see everybody out today. We have a big show for you today. And as most of you know, we have two services running today. Today is sort of a special show. We're going to have really, the show is all about Tech for Senior and how to find places and things and all the things that we do at Tech for Senior. But we have two services running today. As you know, we have our Zoom meeting, which is running currently. We've got about 94 people in our Zoom meeting, but we also broadcast over to YouTube. So we're on YouTube live. So if you can't get into our Zoom meeting because the first 100 people are it's full, then you can go over and look at our live meeting on YouTube. The meetings are a little bit different. We have the meeting today on Zoom is recorded, and we do the recording and edit it and then put it up on YouTube later on. And it, of course, contains the music section and the question and answer section. Those of you who are over on Tech for Senior Live over on YouTube, we stopped the broadcast at about 50 minutes just before the meeting finishes. So anyway, that's so we have the two streaming services. I want to remind everybody that we also have Tech for Senior Live on Thursday, and we had a really fun time last week with it. Again, Tech for Senior Live is recorded, and we will. You can watch that if you missed it, and that is our Thursday morning recording, and it starts at about the same time. It is broadcast on Zoom, and it's broadcast on YouTube and Facebook. Last week we had Michael Daniels on the show, and this week, of course, it will be Heather Crafter, Michael Daniels' partner in the show. So it should be a lively show on Thursday. It should be a lot of fun. We post, for those of you who don't look at our Facebook page, each day Bob, Hewie, and I post a lot of really cool articles. They're all technology articles on it. So if you don't watch it, you should. And if you want to keep updated on technology, It's someplace where you can go and get the latest articles that are pertinent to what our interests are. And thank you for Bob and Hewie for doing that and helping. But we really do get some interesting articles there. For those of you who are worried about Facebook, you actually don't have to. The Facebook page we have is just a website, and you don't actually have to log in to Facebook to see that page. So so thanks so much for coming and for looking at that. Our fundraising event has gone very well and extremely well. It is, we're now 70%, I've reached 70% of our budget. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And Huey's going to do the thank yous for those of you who have donated. We only have 30% more to do, and we will have our budget for the year done. So thank you for those of you who have contributed. Now, before I introduce everyone, I want to say that we have a star amidst us today. And of course, the star is Ray Baker. Ray has become a sensation, and he, of course, was the sensation on Geeks on Tour show on Sunday. And I was just looking today, and it looks like there's 260 people who have watched that show. And the depressing part for me is I think that's more than when I was on the show. So Ray, what the heck are you doing? So Ray, thanks so much. And I want to also publicly thank Geeks on Tour. They, in reflection of the show that you did for them on Sunday, they made a very generous donation to Tech for Senior, which is not the first one that they've done. So I want to thank Geeks on Tour for that. It does make us closer to reaching our budget. And of course, Ray is now the star. Wow, this is cool. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Hewie, do you want to do the thank yous? Where's Hewie?
Sure. I'm muted, but so everything I just said, forget I said it. And I'll start over again. Last week, we did thank several of the people who have donated, and I have a list of people above and beyond those. Liz Milford, thank you. Byron Nate, Gordy and Leah Balweg, and Titus, Lord of the Universe, Gerald A. Smith, Edie Taylor Richards, the Glendora Seniors Computer Club, Gene Mulvey, Stu Budarf, and Greg Farrell. Thank you very, very much for your contributions through Ko-fi or Coffee and supporting Tech for Senior.
And yes, thank you. And Bob, how are you doing? What's happening with you this week? You've got your new camera going there.
Yep, new camera and a nice new way of controlling the camera, so I don't look like I'm someplace who knows how far back.
Yeah, pretty darn cool. That's the 920. You got the C920, eh?
C920 from Logitech.
Yeah. Do you want to buy a 910?
Yeah, no. I have another one from Logitech that I have on the other computer. Yeah. But this one was on sale. I think it was less than $80. So
right. All right. And Ray, besides stardom, what else are you doing?
Well, if you wanted to embarrass me, Ron, you did an excellent job. Thank you very much. I love being on the show yesterday with Jim and Chris. And my attitude is we all work together. We all have a similar goal, promoting technology, particularly among the senior group, and we should work together like that. So I was privileged to be on that show and really enjoyed it.
And if you don't watch their show every Sunday, well, most Sundays, please do that. It is a great show. Dewey, good news for you. You're all good, eh?
Well, not all good, but very, very much better than I was when I had my stroke during the week of May 3rd. 13 days after that, May 16th was the beginning of a marvelous, every day is better than the day before, and keeps going, thank heavens. Bye now.
That's great, thank you. All right, now, going back in the history as episode 9, if we go back a year ago, just want to let everybody know, we're going to show you how to find this now. But for those of you, episode 9, Bob did a great talk on Google Pay. and he talked about how to use Google Pay. I don't know if Bob remembers that talk. Hewie talked about the problems with invites on Zoom Edge, or sorry, invites with Zoom Meeting, and also talked about Microsoft Edge. And I did my talk on organizing your smartphone. And I think that's, I've shown that video many, many times. So that's episode number 9. And if you are interested in looking at any of those things, you can go back and look at episode 9 and see what's there. But we're going to show you how to search that today. All right, Bob, are you ready to roll with your security?
I believe I am. Oh, I have so many things running in the background, it gets very confusing.
It's that new computer you got. You've got so much stuff on it.
Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending May 21st, 2021. Insurer against ransomware payment gets hit with ransomware. Avedon Insurance Group targeted Asia-based insurer AXA with a DDoS attack and ransomware just a week after the insurance company announced it was dropping support for ransomware payments in France. Just a week after announcing it would no longer cover ransomware payments in France. Global insurance company AXA has been hit with a targeted ransomware attack. The Avedon ransomware group took credit for the attack, telling Bleeping Computer that it also launched a DDoS attack against the insurer's website in Thailand, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and the Philippines, has added pressure to pay the ransom amount. In addition, the group claims that it stole 3 terabytes of data, which it plans to start leaking to the public if AXA does not pay within 10 days. The data includes customer medical records, claims payments, bank account info, ID cards, passports, and more. This is a clear example of cybercriminal gangs defending their business model, commented Avast security evangelist Louis Caron. If companies don't pay, there would be no ransomware attacks. It's as easy as that. AXA supports that idea. And the criminals didn't like that, which is why they attacked AXA, commented to Bleeping Computer that the only information compromised was data from their Thailand office. An UFI security bug lets strangers view and control each other's camera feeds. An UFI security bug gave users complete access to strangers' accounts, including live video feeds, recordings, camera pan and zoom controls, and private account info. While UFI claims to have fixed the problem, they suggest that all users unplug and reconnect their camera hardware and log out and back into the UFI security app. Review Geek reached out to UFI for a statement, which I've added on a separate slide. Their customer service team will continue contacting those who were affected. UFI baby monitors, UFI smart locks, UFI alarm system devices, and UFI pet care products remain unaffected. For any questions, users can contact their support team at support@ufilife.com. Here is the full reply from UFI to their recent hack. During a software update performed on our servers in the United States on May 17th at 4:50 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a bug occurred offering a limited number of users in the United States, Canada, Mexico, Cuba, New Zealand, Australia, and Argentina. Users in Europe and other regions remain unaffected. Our engineering team identified an issue at 5:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time and immediately rolled back the server version and deployed an emergency update. The incident was fixed at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We have confirmed that a total of 712 users were affected in this case. Although the issue has been resolved, we recommend users in the affected countries to please unplug and then reconnect their UFI security home base. log out of UFI security app, and log in again. All of our user video data is stored locally on the user's devices. As a service provider, UFI provides account management, device management, and remote person-to-person access for users through AWS servers. All stored data and account information is encrypted. In order to avoid this happening in the future, we are taking the following steps. We are upgrading our network architecture and strengthening our two-way authentication mechanism between the server's devices and UFI security app. We are upgrading our servers to improve their processing capacity in order to eliminate potential risk. We are also in the process of obtaining a TUV and BSI Privacy Information Management System certification, which will further improve our product security. We understand that we need to build trust again with our customers. Thank you for trusting us with your security, and our team is available 24/7 at support@ufilife.com. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Time, through our online chat at ufilife.com. Herf Jones data breach affects college students. U.S. cap and gown provider Herf Jones suffered a data breach, which was discovered only when college students who purchased graduation material from the company in the last month complained on social media about fraudulent charges on their credit cards. The victims quickly realized that their common denominator was Herf Jones. Each complaint was for a different amount, usually ranging between $80 and $1,200. But one student claimed a friend of theirs was charged $4,000. On May 12th, Herf Jones issued a statement acknowledging the data breach, saying, "We sincerely apologize to those impacted by the incident. We are working diligently to identify and notify impacted customers. For more, see Bleeping Computers." Ransomware gangs go deeper underground. After President Biden hinted in a press conference that the U.S. would take action against ransomware gangs, many such gangs have made announcements that they are either disbanding or going private. Biden's comments were triggered by the Colonial Pipeline ransomware incident, which temporarily halted all petroleum operations to 45% of the eastern United States last week. Following Biden's comments, 3 major hacking forums changed their policies to no longer allow ransomware threats or advertisements. DarkSide, the group responsible for the Colonial Pipeline attack, was the first to abandon their operation. Read more at The Record. U.S. cybercrime complaints increase over 100% in 14 months. The FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center reported that between March 2020 and May 2021, cybercrime complaints increased by 1 million. Previously, it had taken over 29 months to reach 1 million complaints, but that same amount was achieved in less than half that time since the pandemic started. The FBI contributes the spike in complaints to cybercriminals taking advantage of people working from home, in addition to the rise of COVID-themed scams. In its Internet Crime Report 2020, the FBI listed the top 3 crimes of the year as phishing scams, non-payment, non-delivery scams, and extortion. Android 12 promises more privacy controls. Google announced this week that one of the features of its new mobile operating system, Android 12, set for release this fall, is a privacy dashboard. According to The Record,
Bob, did you get locked up?
It looks that way.
the new feature
There you go. There he
supposedly
comes.
aggregates all permissions.
The internet in New Mexico.
He's on his last slide too.
Is it going to come back?
Nope.
He can come back in. All right. Sorry about that. We'll get the video clip, and I'll through the magic of video editing, that will be in the final version that we record and comes back out. All right. I think we'll move on then. Did Bob get back in yet? Hewie, can you?
Yeah, Bob's on. He's muted, but he's on. But
okay,
here he is.
All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
We lost your video.
We lost your video, eh?
Oh, how did that happen?
I don't know. You got to about slide 8 and it locked up.
I blame it on the new camera.
Yeah, it must be your camera,
Yeah,
Bob.
it could be because there's another program running in the background.
Yeah, too much. Looked like it was either too many resources or something. All right, let's move on. All right, so the second part is today I have for you is a video that Hewie and I have been talking about this for a while now, and we decided we wanted to really tell people, because Tech for Senior is now getting fairly large and complicated as to where to go and how to find things out. Hewie and I have made some 2 videos today on how to move around and how to find things in Tech for Senior, and we'll play these. I'm sure there'll be lots of questions at the end, so we'll save those for the question and answer period at the very end. So let me just start. We'll share the screen. Good day, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Seniors. You know, with over 200 videos uploaded last year, 2 shows a week, and a whole bunch of Tech for Senior productions this year, it can sometimes be hard to find what you're looking for. So let me explain how to do this. It's going to be really simple. Quickly, if you remember the routine, if you like this video, please click the like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. Let's get on with the show. All right, so let's talk about Tech for Senior. We have 3 different sections. We, of course, have our Monday show, which is produced through Zoom. This is a weekly show. It's 1 hour. It starts at 9 o'clock Pacific time and runs with a question and answer at the end. The second show we produce is called Tech for Senior Live. This is not a Zoom broadcast. This is a StreamYard broadcast that is broadcasting directly to Facebook and to YouTube. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is a live production, as the Monday show is, but we're doing this through a different medium called StreamYard, not Zoom. And of course, the third area is all the videos we produce through the year, Tech for Senior Productions, and we produce a lot of videos. So how do you find these? How do you organize them? And where the heck do we go with this? All right, let's look at this diagram here. The first thing you see is our Tech for Senior show on Monday. This is broadcast on Zoom. All of you come to the meeting, and for the first 100 of you, you can get into the show. Because of our limits on that, we also broadcast this directly to YouTube. And this is to our YouTube channel, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is a live recording, but this does not have the music or the question and answer, but this is broadcast directly to YouTube. The second thing that happens, though, on Monday is we record it to the cloud. So you'll see that we have the recording. It records to the cloud the whole meeting, including the music segment and Q&A. From the cloud, I then take the video and download it, and I edit it. I make us look real good. I take out all the mistakes and clean it all up, and then I publish it to YouTube as well. And this is the edited version, and I usually have this done on the same day around 4 p.m. So there are 2 versions of the Tech for Senior Monday show on YouTube. There is, of course, the unedited version and the edited version. So you'll have a choice of 2. Now, in practicality, what most people do is there's about 60 people that watch the live recording, the unedited one. And I suspect they probably watch it later on in the day prior to me uploading the edited version. we have about 120 people a week that watch the edited version. I also publish the edited version to our Facebook page. So you can see it on Facebook or you can see it on YouTube. So our Tech for Senior Monday show has two editions. There's the edited version, which is of course on YouTube and Facebook, and then there is the unedited version, which is on YouTube as well. Now our Thursday show is broadcast out differently. This is through StreamYard. There's no Zoom meeting ID number required. We use software that broadcasts direct to Facebook and to YouTube simultaneously. It's exactly the same recording, and it's not edited. Sort of what you see is what you get, and that's what we do on Thursday morning. So how do you find our YouTube channel? You know, I get lots of questions about, well, yes, I'd like to watch your Thursday show, but how do I find it? Well, if you look down here in the bottom, you'll see the URL or the website that is our YouTube channel. So I want you to copy that down. Now, as we move, sorry, I'm just having some fun with you there. Obviously, nobody wants to copy that down. That is a big chunk of numbers. So what you want to do is, where can you find that? Well, the first thing you're going to look at is you're going to look to the left and you'll see our web page. And on our web page, you'll see the live red cloud there, and this says click here to connect with our live stream, and this will take you directly to our YouTube channel. So this is on our website. If you look over to the right in our newsletter, you will see this is the newsletter that we publish twice a week. It comes out on Tuesday and Saturday. So if you haven't already subscribed to that, please do so. It has all the links in it. And again, you will see the red cloud there, and it says live stream, and there will be a link to the show. So two sites that you absolutely need to know where they are is our Tech for Senior site and Hewie site. Both these sites, Hewie and I spend a huge amount of time making sure the information is timely, up to date, and easy to find. So you need to bookmark both these sites to make sure that you have those easily accessible. Now the Tech for Senior website, you must use the www. So it needs to be www.techforsenior.com. Bookmark that so you make sure, because that's the clue and that's where all the links are. Now Hewie has a great website. It has a tremendous amount of information, and you can get there by simply typing hewie.net. So make sure you bookmark both those sites. All right, when you get to our YouTube channel, what will you see? Well, this is an example of what you'll see on the left-hand side. This is our YouTube channel. The first thing I want you to see is there is Tech for Senior Live, upcoming live stream. Ooh, that's interesting. That's coming up this Thursday. So yes, it is. It's on there. It's booked. You can set a reminder so that your YouTube will remind you that, in fact, we are going to be live. Now, what you will not see is the Tech for Senior Monday episode on our YouTube channel. This comes on directly when I turn it on Monday morning about 10 to 9. So if you want to watch our YouTube, our Monday channel on YouTube, what you need to do is just wait. About 10 to 9, you'll see it magically, boom, there will be a screen appear and you'll be able to watch our Monday show. But it will not come up as an upcoming live stream. That's only on the Thursday show. Now over on the right, you'll see, of course, we broadcast, remember I said we broadcast our Thursday show to Facebook as well. And if you look there, you'll see an upcoming live event, which is quite easy to see. And then you will, when we start to broadcast, it will show up in the screen. So this is an easy way you can watch our Thursday show either on YouTube or on Facebook. Now, I'm going to even make it simpler for you. We're going to organize all the stuff for you into what we call playlists. super simple, and there's only 3 lists that you'll ever need to know. So let me show you how to do this. All right, here are the 3 playlists. There is, first of all, the playlist for Tech for Senior. These are all just around 60 episodes that are there for you, and these are all in a list. The second list is those for Tech for Senior Live. We don't have as many on Tech for Senior Live, but they are all in a list, so you can find them. And then there are all the other productions that we do throughout the year, Learning Chromebooks, a lot of the other productions that we do are all in a list, and we call this TFS Productions. Now you can, these are the websites of these lists, and you could simply copy these sites, but again, who wants to copy all those numbers? So where do you find those playlists? Well, the playlists are found in 2 locations. First of all, you're going to see them in our newsletter. You'll see in our meeting info area of our newsletter, which you should subscribe to, you will see all the links there. You will find the three playlists right there, and you just have to click those and bookmark them. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. The second area not only is the newsletter, but you are going to find it on our website. And if you go up to the top of our website and see the Tech for Seniors box there, click that, and you will come up with this blue logo here, and you'll see the 3 links there. And you'll see Tech for Senior Monday, you'll see Tech for Senior Live, and Tech for Senior Productions. I'm going to show you how that works now, and you can click those, and that will load the playlist. So let me show you how that's done. All right, let me show you how to bookmark the Tech for Senior Live shows. Let's go to our website, and we're going to look up at the top and click on the Tech for Senior button, and this is going to bring us to this page. And let's scroll down, and you're going to see all our playlists here. Playlists for Tech for Senior, and I've said these are all clickable links, so please bookmark them. Let's go down to the second one. This is called Tech for Senior Live. Let's click on this. This brings up all our Tech for Senior Live episodes. Now, if we come up and look at the top, you will see this long URL I've been talking about. You don't want to be copying that out, so come over here and simply bookmark it. Now, I'm going to save this bookmark to the bookmark bar, which is just underneath the URL. We're going to click Done. And then when we come back now, you will see, if we look up here, you will see the Tech for Seniors Live button that we have now bookmarked. But it's it's taking up a lot of real estate. So let's edit this. Right click, click Edit, and we're going to rename this. We're going to rename it to TFS-L for Live, Tech for Senior Live, and I'm going to save it. Now when we come back up here on our bookmark bar, you will see that we have this is Learning Chromebooks, but as we come over here, you'll now see Tech for Senior Live. Doesn't take up as much real estate. Click the button, and here we have all our episodes that will be updated automatically. So now you've got the playlist bookmarked. Everything is easily found. Well, it even gets better thanks to Ellen Farnham. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen has taken all the episodes of Tech for Senior. She's taken them and she's indexed them all into a spreadsheet, which makes all the information in each show searchable. And you can find that now, again, on our website. Under the same location, you'll see at the bottom here, it says Tech for Senior Index. And when you click that, you're going to come to a folder. This is actually on Google Drive, and you'll see 2 files here. One is a XLS spreadsheet, which has all the shows and the content in a spreadsheet for you, which you can download and use as you wish. Should you want it as a PDF file, we've also created it as a PDF. And Ellen is going to update this on a weekly basis so that if you want to search and have more searchable content in our shows, then this is a way in which you can find specific things that we've talked about in the past episodes. Thank you, Ellen, so much for doing this. So I hope that's made it easier for you. I hope you'll be able to easily move between our Monday and Thursday shows and understand the difference between a live streaming with StreamYard and a Zoom meeting, which we're doing on Mondays. Have a great day. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Seniors. All right. So hopefully that clarifies what we're doing, and we'll certainly have this as a reference for new people coming online and people who want to go back over and look at this again. Now, the next segment we're going to have is Hewie's going to explain how to search actually the PDF files. Hewie, are you ready to roll?
I sure am. And share sound, share. Hi there. I'm Hewie Poplock for Tech for Seniors, and I'd like to show you a new feature that we have thanks to a friend of Tech for Seniors, Ellen Farnham. She put together an index of all of the Tech for Seniors shows. We've had now over 1 year's worth of weekly shows of Tech for Seniors. And now if you want to go back and find an article or an item that we covered, you can do so with this index built by Ellen. But how do you do it? Well, let's take a look. First, go to the website for Tech for Senior, no S at the end, techforsenior.com, and please make sure that you put a www in front of it, because otherwise you may not be able to find it. It has to do with our hosting. So when we do that, let's go to the Tech for Seniors page on our website, and then scroll down to where it says TFS, Tech for Senior Index. It's a folder with an XLS spreadsheet, which is Excel spreadsheet, or a PDF file on the TFS episodes and content. It's searchable for past content, but you may not know how to search for it, and that's what I'm going to try to show you today. Let's go ahead and click on the index. Now I'm in my Google Chrome browser, and because I am signed into my Google account, it may be a little bit different from what you may see, and we're going to look at it through another browser in just a moment. But I just want to show you how to do it. Then we'll look at it through Firefox, and that'll give you an idea what it probably will look like on your computer. We've got a PDF file and we've got an XLS file. Let's first look at the PDF files. I'm going to double click it, and when I do, it immediately opens up the viewer from within the browser. Now if you want to download the file and search it with your PDF program that you have on your computer, you can do so. And same thing with the XLS file. You can download it and then open it with whatever spreadsheet program that you're used to using. But if you're not used to using either of them, or you don't want to go to that extent, you just want to very quickly find what you're looking for, you can do so right from the browser. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. When was the article about colorizing a picture? In order to find it in a PDF file, we have to come over here to the three dots in the top right and do a find. We click on find. We are going to type in the word that we want to find. I'm going to type in colorize. If I hit enter, or if I hit either the up or down arrow, the X closes it. But let's just hit enter. It will go to the first case and is only seeing 1 of 1, but it is telling me that it was in episode 6. It was from Hewie, me, and it was colorize it, and that's what I talked about in that episode. But I know that Dewey talked about colorizing, but why isn't it showing up? Well, the reason why is he didn't say colorize, he said colorizing. So to get a better handle on what you're looking for, you might want to do a different search and just type in the word color. So that would handle colorize, color it, colorize it, colorizing, and so on. So when I do it and then press enter, now there's 3 instances. The first one, we come down here and you can see that it's highlighted here as colorizing black and white photos, and that was Dewey in episode 24. If I continue the down button, now there's the one from me about colorizing it, and then there's another article or another item that we covered in that same program of episode 6 about Art Picasso has colorization like painting and so on. You can be careful how you phrase the word, what you're looking for. You might want to make it just the stem of the word, not the entire word. Now, if I wanted to change this and add colorize, I can't do it. What you have to do is close it out and then do it again. And then start from scratch. Okay, so that's using the PDF. So now let's go back. And this time what we're going to do is we're going to look at the XLS file. Now on my computer, it's a little bit different. And I'm signed into my Google account. It sees it as a spreadsheet, not as a browser program, but as a spreadsheet program on my computer. I have to search in a different way. You go to Edit and Find and Replace, but we're not going to replace, we're going to find. We're going to use the same search item, and instead of saying colorize, I'm going to say color to make sure that we find what we want. Come down here to Find and click OK. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I can just slide it over, slide it out of the way, and you'll see here's colorizing with Dewey and episode 24. We'll hit the Find button again, and it finds the next episode with the word color in it, and that was episode 6, and that was my colorizing. If I try to do it again, it comes and finds that third one, the same as we did with the PDF file. So we can find it in all 3. And when you're done, you just click Done, and that goes away. You can close that out and go back to your Tech for Seniors. So this time, let's open it up in Firefox. We're going to now go again to Tech for Seniors. We're going to slide down and come to Tech for Senior Index and click on it. You'll see that it's a little bit different presentation. So let's again go to the PDF first, and it's the exact same thing. We can come up over here, we go to Find, and again we type in the word color and press enter, and it's found the same 3 instances. Okay, let's go back. This time, go back to the Tech for Senior. This time we're going to go to the spreadsheet. It's going to open it in the viewer within Firefox. It uses the same way of finding it by typing it in here. We press enter. It highlights it a little bit differently, but it is the same. It's one of 3. Come down here, go to the next 2 are showing on this page, and it shows the one here. It's a little bit more difficult to find what you're looking for, but it does highlight in a slightly different color. It's a little bit more difficult to see, but you can find it. Again, go to Tech for Senior, go to the Tech for Senior Index, and find whichever one you want to look up, and you can search within that. For Tech for Seniors, this has been Hewie Poplock. Thank you for joining.
Great, thanks, Hewie. That was really good. Yeah, that's great. So anyway, I know there'll probably be some questions about this, so we'll move those questions though into our question and answer period. Now, Dewey has a segment for us today, so I'm going to share my screen, and we will we'll play Dewey's segment.
Good morning, friends. I'm Dewey, and my Tech Talk topic for today is, what did you say? My Tech Talk last week was more of a med talk on strokes. Regarding my stroke, which happened during the week of May 3rd, I'm pleased to report that I've already gained back a significant amount of function on my left side, and I thank God profusely for his blessings. There's a tech talk, med talk type topic I've been thinking of speaking on for months. So I've decided that today is the day to talk about hearing aids. Joanne and I have at least a half dozen friends with noticeable hearing aid problems. Spending time with them can be frustrating because we have to speak louder and slower and directly at them to be understood. So why do these folks not deal with their problem? You know, almost 1/3 of people aged 65 to 74 report difficulty with hearing, and that number rises to about half by age 75, according to the National Institute of Deafness and Other Communication Disorders. Since we're talking about people aged 65 or older, common sense tells us that also includes many in our TFS group. Don't worry though, I won't ask you to raise your hands. The June 2019 issue of Consumer Reports magazine had an excellent 9-page article or report titled Sound Advice About Hearing Loss. It revealed some interesting information. The article stated that for 42% of people, the reason they didn't have hearing aids was cost. For 26%, it was because they hadn't had their hearing tested. At least that was their excuse. And for 12%, it was because they were embarrassed to wear them. In other words, stigma, you know. In addition, there are health risks with hearing loss, according to the CR article, Consumer Reports article. Seniors with a hearing loss were about 30% more likely to experience a fall, and that's big. About 40% were more likely to be depressed, and 50% were more likely to develop dementia over the 10-year study period. These are scary statistics for those willing to admit they're not hearing as well as they used to. I was blessed with excellent hearing until around my 80th birthday, which was nearly 7 years ago. That's when Joanne began nagging me to turn that thing down when I was watching TV. I was absolutely sure it wasn't my hearing and that the sound was just getting on her nerves, you know how lives can be sometimes. At my annual wellness check in September 2019, my physician offered me a quick hearing test. I, of course, told him about how great my hearing was. However, after the test, I had to eat my words. He then told me that our clinic now has a trained hearing specialist who could test me at no cost. What a deal, I thought. Being a perennial tightwad, I quickly accepted. I was surprised by the thoroughness of the test and asked him if he could do a printout. With my longtime background in audio, it was easy for me to understand where my hearing deficits were in the audio spectrum. However, when the specialist began showing me well-known name brand hearing aids costing from $3,000 to $7,000, I said, "Thank you very much," and I left. I accepted the truth, however, and began my own research. I soon found that June 2019 issue of Consumer Reports mentioned earlier. It's an absolutely excellent resource and a must-read for anyone contemplating hearing aids. Though this Consumer Reports article did not contain ratings of hearing aid models, Consumer Reports subscriber survey responders gave Costco Kirkland hearing aids the highest score and also rated Costco as the top hearing aid retailer. Again, this was in this June 2019 issue, which I suggest you seek out. Around the time of that Consumer Reports issue, Costco introduced their new Kirkland Signature 9.0 hearing aid. It's also known simply as the KS9, and it's the model that I chose. Now, consumerreport.org, which I subscribe to, they have subscriber reports quickly rated this new KS9 with the highest score. By the way, the KS9s are powered by number 312 batteries and are priced at $1,500 a share, which is quite a come down from a couple thousand for hearing aids. Less than 2 months ago, Costco introduced the new Kirkland Signature 10.0 hearing aids priced at $1,400 a pair. That's $100 less. I'm not certain of its technical upgrades, except that these hearing aids, these new hearing aids, are powered by lithium-ion rechargeable batteries and not the number 312s like mine. Here's a photo to show you the difference between the KS9s and the KS10. The KS10 rechargeable hearing aids are at the upper left of this photo, and the KS9 battery type hearing aids like mine are at the lower right. If you look carefully, you should be able to see that the KS10 rechargeables are slightly larger. Comparison. Rechargeables need to put in their charger case each evening, or charging overnight. The Rayovac batteries in my KS9 hearing aids last 5 days before they need to be changed out. A recharger case, as shown in the photo to the lower right, comes with the KS10. When I had my fitting at Costco in 2019, I was offered rechargeable hearing aids. I don't recall the brand, but I chose the KS9s because they were visibly smaller. I really wanted the rechargeables, but I figured it's better to have them smaller. The cost of hearing aids is not covered by Medicare. That's a shock to some people. The majority of major insurers who offer Medicare Advantage plans have at least one plan that covers hearing aids. These insurers include Humana, Aetna, and Blue Cross Blue Shield. However, some seniors may not be eligible for those plans, and the plans may have a higher premium than those that don't offer hearing aid coverage. So you kind of get what you pay for. There is no cost, however, for hearing aids for military veterans who qualify for VA healthcare benefits. I'd like to share with you my delight in having my hearing aids connected to my smartphones via Bluetooth. When I receive a phone call, I can answer it by simply tapping my either hearing aid, and I don't need to take the phone out of my pocket. And when I watch TV using my Roku streaming device, I can easily direct the TV sound to my ears with the Roku app that's on my smartphone. Joanne often prefers that because she would often rather read a book in silence. Works great for us. By the way, I think other streaming devices may do the same. While the KS9 and the KS10 hearing aids have volume controls on both the left and right hearing aids, there's also a dedicated app for smartphones that allows the wearer to adjust not only for volume and left-right balance, but also adjust for situational changes like noisy restaurants and listening to music. The app also has other advanced hearing aid settings, such as noise reduction and microphone directionality. Sorry if it sounds like I'm shilling for Costco hearing aid centers, but facts are facts. Costco is the largest hearing aid retailer in the US, Canada, and Mexico, and sells about a quarter of all hearing aids sold in these countries. Kirkland Signature hearing aids are custom made for Costco by Sonova, a huge Swiss company that manufactures 5 mainline brands of hearing aids, including the well-known brand Phonak. Sonova's companies manufacture nearly 25% of hearing aids sold worldwide. Wow, that's big. I hope this presentation has encouraged those of you with hearing problems to look into getting hearing aids. Thankfully, most hearing aids today are so small that they're seldom noticed by others. In fact, I bet you've never noticed that I've been wearing mine since before TFS began. And I can honestly say life now is better with hearing aids. Well, that's my Tech Talk story for today, and I'm surely sticking with it. Please have a great day. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next week.
Well, thanks so much. Thanks so much, Dewey. That's great. Just so everybody knows as well, Senova just bought Sennheiser, which of course is a big audio firm that makes, of course, speakers and all sorts of things. And they are going to be bringing out with Sennheiser, they're going to be getting into the hearing aid market, where they're going to be bringing out hearing aids which do not need an audiologist. In other words, the hearing aids you put on your ears will actually do all the testing themselves within the software. So it'll be even cheaper for you. So this is interesting feature that's coming out. All right, Ray, are you getting ready here? I'll just say goodbye to those on our YouTube channel and we'll get you going. Thank you very much for all those of you who are over on our YouTube channel for coming. We will see you again next week, same time, same place. And I'm going to turn